We've talked about the why. Now, let's go right into the how. How do you reestablish contact with your ex? Now, every breakup is unique. Some breakups goes right into no speaking. Some breakups go back right into being friends. And then you have all kinds in between. Wherever you are right now, let's talk about establishing contact with your ex. If you are currently not on talking terms, do not rush this. Understand how your ex feels. The breakup is probably just as painful for them as it is for you. You're feeling hurt, you're feeling angry, you're feeling confused, you're feeling lost. All these feelings that you have, that you are experiencing, your ex is probably experiencing them too. So, if you are currently not in contact, do not rush this. First, get your emotions under control. What do I mean by this? You know the sense of feeling extreme highs and lows since the breakup? This is when your emotions are in control of you. What you need to do is to find your equilibrium. I will not dismiss how difficult it must be to go through a breakup. Believe me, I have been there. I understand. It is important, though, to be able to be in control of your emotions instead of your emotions being in control of you. What do I mean? I don't mean don't feel or pretend that you don't feel. Act like everything is okay. No, don't do that. Being in control of your emotions is when you feel how you feel, but your feelings do not decide what you do. For example, I am feeling angry. I am not going to go and punch someone. If I do punch someone, that's my feelings being in control of me. Choosing not to punch someone is me being in control of my feelings. Kind of get that? So, before you establish contact with your ex, you need to be able to have an equilibrium right here. However you may be feeling, that you are able to rise above your emotions and choose words and actions based on who you are as a person and not dictated by how you feel in the moment. I always imagine it like this. I sit and close my eyes, and when I feel overwhelmed, I visualize that I am the sky. All my feelings, the emotions that I experience, especially the difficult ones, they're clouds, and these clouds will pass me by. I acknowledge them when I feel it. I am feeling hurt. I'm feeling angry. I'm feeling pain. I don't pretend or ignore their presence. I acknowledge it. I look at it and understand why I'm feeling this way. I'm angry because my ex broke up with me, even though my ex promised we'll be together forever, for example. I'm hurt because my ex left me alone, even though I apologized. Again, for example. I acknowledge how I feel. I lean in to understand why I feel that way, and I let the cloud pass me by. This feeling that I feel is real, and it is valid, but it will not last forever. Every time I remind myself I am the clouds, I am the sky, it is not all that there will be. It helps me to find equilibrium within myself. Perhaps it sounds a little bit weird. Maybe it's a bit difficult to do at first. Yes, it is. It takes a bit of practice. Okay? It's as simple as the moment you feel overwhelmed, take a second to close your eyes. Everything that's happening is inside of you, and you have a choice. Now, when you're able to find this equilibrium within yourself, you have two ways to reestablish contact with your ex. The first one, I call it the heartfelt check-in. Say something along the lines of, hey, it's been a while since we last spoke. I wanted to check in with you to know how you are. You don't have to use the exact words because this is not about me telling you what to say and you saying it to your ex. That doesn't really sound like you, and it's important that the words that you use are your words. Understand the idea and the principle of it. It's a heartfelt check-in. Genuinely curious, genuinely interested to know how they are. Or you can try another option that I call good time reminder. Say something along the lines of, hey, I saw whatever it is that reminded you of the good times that you have shared. And let them know that it made you think of them. Which option that you pick depends on what resonates with you the most. What feels most like it is a you. And what also suits your situation. If you had a terribly unhappy breakup, if there was screaming, if there was yelling, if there was a lot of anger on both sides, doesn't really feel genuine to use a good time reminder because you're both probably still bristling from the anger. Yeah, and in that sorts of situation, a heartfelt check-in might be more suitable. If your breakup was amicable, there wasn't too much of a emotional showdown, so to speak, then you could use a good time reminder. Again, which option you pick requires you to feel into the situation. So what do I mean by feel into the situation? Whenever you interact with someone, you can kind of get a sense of how this interaction feels for you and for the other person. That's what I mean by feeling into it. You might need to practice this a couple of times, so I suggest doing it with your friends and family in easy situations. Take a moment to check in with how things feel, get the sense of it. You can use facial expressions, body language, ambience and atmosphere to help you practice this sense. Moving on to our next video. For this part,